Previously, in the part 1 of this episode, an astonishing story had been revealed from the Sumerian clay tablets. An extraterrestrial civilization, Anunnaki, came to Earth to excavate gold, along with another alien species, Igigi, as their servants for the gold mining operation. Igigi revolted due to the demanding work at the Anunnaki gold mines. Annunaki decided to create intelligent yet primitive workers to replace the Igigi labor force. Annunaki devised a brand new species and created its first living human and named him Adam. After Enki, Ninhursag, and Enlil created man in their own images out of the clay from which they made Adam, Enlil realized that Adam was alone. He thought, it is not good for man to be alone. He then created a partner for Adam and named her Lilith, who became the wife of Adam. Adam and Lilith were successful creations that could reproduce their kind, and they were indescribably adorable for Enlil. Thus, Enlil kept them as pets in his city, the Utopia, ever since. When Enki realized that, he reminded Enlil that these creatures were made to mine gold instead of being pets. Just when Enki and Enlil were fighting, Adam and Lilith had their own fight as well. Quite ridiculously, it happened during their first sexual intercourse. Lilith said, "I will not lie below," and Adam in reply said, "I will not lie beneath you, but only on top, for you are fit only to be the bottom position, while I am to be the superior one." Lilith believed they were created equally, both from the dust of the earth. After Adam disagreed, Lilith flew away from the Utopia into the air and departing to the Red Sea. Due to her disrespectful act to disobey Enlil, Lilith was prohibited to re-enter the Utopia. She was assigned to Enki to be his main laborer, assuming the image of a superior Enki. She had also gained the serpent's aspects. Later, she will be known as the female figure which associated with sexual temptation, storms, illness, and death. Some say Lilith was born as a hermaphrodite. She resembled a female figure, but in essence, she is closer to an intersex being who had the ability to reproduce by herself even without a male partner. She had been sent to the gold mine and was ordered to create more laborers, as Lilith had the ability to self-reproduce due to her intersex nature. After Lilith left, Adam started to feel lonely again. Enlil saw that he was struggling with loneliness, decided to create a new woman for him, Eve, by using one of his ribs, or baculum, in the translation of Hebrews, which is the penis bone. Due to the long lapse of time, the history may be misinterpreted. The bone may actually be the baculum or penis bone instead of the ribs. This explains why most placenta mammals have them, but humans don't. It is said that Lilith was given the fruit of wisdom by Enki to make her capable of understanding her work at the gold mine. The wisdom granted her deeper insight and intellect to understand her surroundings, but at the same time, it brought her into deep despair, as it also opened her eyes to her unfair reality. When Lilith tried to return to the Utopia, she discovered that Adam already had another mate, Eve. Lilith was driven into burning envy, witnessing Adam and Eve living an ignorant but blissful life in utopia. That led her to revenge. She assumed the shape of a serpent and tricked Eve and Adam to taste the forbidden fruit, the fruit of wisdom. Now, in her eyes, they all have become equally damned. Enlil was mad as soon as he knew Enki granted wisdom to the humans, not only to Lilith, but also indirectly to Adam and Eve as well. He expelled them from the utopia because he believed granting wisdom to humans could possibly threaten the existence of Anunnaki. Eventually, Enlil decided to summon a catastrophic flood to wipe out humanity. The gold mining project seemed to end at this point, but in fact, Enki secretly told one of his favorite human subjects that an unimaginable flood was coming, thus giving him the blueprint to build an enormous ship to save him and his family and other land-dwelling creatures. His name was Noah. By the mercy of Enki, humanity was created by the Anunnaki, have managed to remain living on Earth. Some say there were Anunnaki that remained after Enlil's great flood, where they hid under the ice of Antarctica somewhere around 6,000 years ago. After they emerged, they manifested in different areas of the world as local deities. The deities that appear in ancient mythologies across different regions have similar characteristics, and some say that they are in fact Anunnaki. Ancient Chinese myths, Norse mythologies, ancient Hinduism and Buddhism all have similarities, where serpentine divine figures appear in each one of them. Fuxi and Nuwa in China that might be representing Enki and Ninhursag in the form of serpents. The Viking sea serpent Jormungandr, one of 3 children of the shape-shifting god Loki, and the giantess Angrboda. Naga in Hinduism, a member of a class of mythical semi-divine beings, half human and half cobra. Ancient Egyptian carvings of half-human, half-animal deities may support the Anunnaki DNA experiments, where 2-legged subjects were created for the gold mining project and governing the local human civilization as labor. Note that Egyptian mythology also has serpentine gods. Anunnaki came to Earth to collect gold, created and decreed this. Some have returned and some died on Earth. Giant skulls discovered across the globe are possibly their remains. Lilith simply didn't want to be bossed around by Adam, who she saw as her equal, and because she had the courage to walk away, she was landed in her absence. Some of these ideas still resonate today. For instance, challenging gender stereotypes, bodily integrity, and individualism. It is unknown if Anunnaki had gathered enough gold to repair their home planet, Nibiru's atmosphere. Ultimately, their expedition may seem as a failure, knowing the outcome of Adam, Lilith, and Eve. We can only imagine their fate. Maybe they found alternative ways to save their planet. Or maybe they found a way to migrate the entire civilization of Anunnaki to another hospitable planet for their size. Or maybe there are still remaining Anunnaki living under the ice of Antarctica, where some say there's a hidden city called Agatha, or the Inner World, visited by military personnel after the World War II. Anunnaki used to be our gods, our creator. They made us human and gave us wisdom. And importantly, they are our biological ancestors as we inherit their DNA through their experiments. Will this mean we have the same potential as the Anunnaki, traveling interstellar and creating civilizations in the future, acting God? Will we be facing a similar fate as them, developing our civilization driven by greed, damaging our planet to the point of no return? Only time will tell.